Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and this week I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a hobby update following on from last weekend, which was Father's Day here in the UK. A couple of nice book gifts from my children, a couple of other arrivals as well, and I just wanted to share with you some progress on the painting table. So those of you that have checked out my Travel Battle Manassas project, very loosely based on Manassas, more a travel battle project, but the armies from First Manassas or Bull Run. I've started to put together some scenery pieces as well. Still got some generic units, gun batteries, etc. to paint, but the main forces based on the Manassas lists are done. But what I've been doing is just putting together some same base size terrain pieces. So these are going to be village town pieces, and then I'm hoping to do some suitable woods, forest stroke terrain as well. That should give me sufficient then to be able to set that up and then start trying out the rules that I've got, which I'm looking forward to giving a go on the table. So I'm just going to zoom in and show you these terrain pieces so you can see those, just to get a bit of an idea of what I've done, and then I'll just share with you some of my other arrivals. So this is the first one. These are brigade models. So again, I've used the same 6x3 base sizes, same basing, same foliage, and then some of these buildings just arrayed in different setups. Lovely little buildings. Quite pleased with the buildings. They paint up really nicely. In terms of painting them, I've sort of gone for historical colours. I looked at buildings of the time, and I've also looked at how other people were painting buildings in this scale. And one little tip I picked up was to do with windows. I've always painted my windows black, but I noticed someone had done them blue, and actually you're probably not going to be able to see that on here, but I think they make quite a big difference, and they've got that little blue tinge. You probably just about see it there in the light, maybe. So quite pleased with those. That's the first one. I've done 5 so far, so we've got another one here. Again, similar kind of, again, the blue maybe a little bit more popping as far as the video is concerned there. I think the blue really does kind of pop, especially when you're doing a light coloured whites and greys and things like that. And these are all interchangeable bases, so you can sort of make a big town, small individual towns, villages. So we've got a couple of barns there. Again, these are all brigade, but lovely cracking little models. Again, another one there. Similar, just a slightly different setup there. Not very generic, not following any particular course with these, just because I want to be able to mix and match them up as I see fit. This one slightly different again, sort of some different things there. We've got the edge of a river coming onto this base with a little bridge, and some marshes, but again, just a terrain area, built up area for the purposes of game. And when you sort of put these together, let's just show you that. Hopefully you can kind of see that you can kind of mix and match them into nice little areas of townships, villages, however you want to do it. So quite pleased with those. Couple of other things just on the production line. These are my remaining 2 mils to get painted, just some subsidiary units and things. And then these are some more 10mm Italian wars. These are the Spanish artillery that are now on the production line, the next unit to get my attention. So that's the painting desk. Let me just show you now some of my other new arrivals. So first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to Shemek, friend of the channel and big contributor. Shemek was very kind enough to send me a copy of a game by Compass Games. It's been out a little while. This is for Norvo 1495. He played it, it just wasn't his cup of tea, but he knew it was something I was quite interested in, and he was very kind enough to donate the copy to me. So I'm really looking forward to having a look at that. It's quite a time consuming game, quite a complicated game, but it does look beautiful, and looking forward to spending a bit of time having a look at this in due course. So thank you again, Shemek, for your kindness and generosity in sending that one over. In terms of other arrivals, I purchased a copy of a book off a very well-known website beginning with A recently. It was a book I hadn't seen for a very long time. It's been out of print a long while. Battle Tactics of Napoleon and His Enemies. So this was written by Brent Nosworthy. A cracking book, very chunky, as you can see, lots of information around Napoleonic battle tactics basically, and some examples in different battles and things, formations, artillery, shells, ranges, etc, etc. So if you're a student of the Napoleonic era, highly recommended that one. Keeping with the Napoleonic theme and something completely different, I noticed an author on again similar site, Max Lamarand, has brought out a number of alternative book series, and this is book one of the Napoleonic alternate book series on Austerlitz. A different take on the battle if things had gone differently, and piqued my interest, as Austerlitz has always been one of my favourite battles of interest. And I really like the style of the book, how it's been written, and I'm really looking forward to getting into this, and hopefully looking at some of the other titles, of which there are quite a few different ones out there. So I'll report back once I've read it, my thoughts perhaps on the book, do a little review. I guess it's something a little bit different, not for everybody, but for me, again, tickled my interest, may make for some very interesting war games table scenarios. And finally, a game or book that immediately when it came out got released, I thought it's one I need to have in my collection. Again, a period I know nothing about, I have nothing war games related to it at all, but again just sparked a little bit of interest, and maybe I'd like to find out a little bit more. For me, this is the book to start with. It's another Hellion title. Hellion, dangerous for me, because they send me these emails and they keep bringing out these brilliant new books on new titles. They've sent me another one today, and I'm thinking, oh dear, it's another thing that I'm very intrigued with, that I might have to invest in. But this one is about the Carlist Wars. This is A Savage and Romantic War, a wargamer's guide to the First Carlist War in Spain, 1833 to 1840, by Conrad Cairns. This is number 19 of the series. I've got a few of these, Napoleonic based ones. I think they're great. They're really good books. Lots of information. They give you the history, they give you the battles, they give you the armies, how are the uniforms, how they fought, the weapons, the war gamers specific battles with all bats, everything you need in there. And that was one of the things that intrigued me, that there's lots of quite small scale battles in this period which are covered in here with the all bats, and it may be something I may look at in due course. So be interested if anyone out there games the Carlist Wars, could recommend scales, figure manufacturers, rules, etc. Just something for me to do a little bit of research on, and to consider a bit later in the year, maybe once I've got some of my other projects put to bed. But hopefully that's given you a flavour of some of the things going on in my hobby at the moment. Please comment as always. It's always great to hear from the community. Enjoy the rest of your gaming weekend and look forward to seeing you again soon.